Welcome back to another video. Today is pretty exciting because we're going to learn a lot more about the brand new life sim, Life by You. They just released their first trailer today and they had a presentation with a lot more information. And I gotta say, I'm actually really excited. I was skeptical at first when we first saw the teaser, but hearing and seeing more, this looks so cool, guys. So first up, let's watch the trailer, then we'll go through their presentation. Okay, we're gonna watch the trailer. Now there's gonna be some text up on screen, so I'll read that for you guys. Life by You. We get a first look at the world, all footage captured in-game, open world, which is, I think, very exciting, and it's something we're all looking forward to here. Life simulator. There's a lot going on, and believe me, we're going to look at all of it. A budding gardener. Yep, some cooking in the kitchen. It looks like they're sort of hanging out together. There's a dirty plate on the floor as well. A little bit of romance. Some more like romance, holding hands. Proposal. And also there's all this stuff in the background as well to see. We're at the beach as well. Explore freely. Got skateboard. There's skateboarding. Bus as well. Real conversations, which is interesting. Shopping as well. Go shopping. We can actually go in stores. Advance through jobs and careers. There's actually an office space down by the beach. We can control anyone, anytime. Take direct control. Okay. Color wheel. I mean, need we say more? Customize your world. Tell your stories. Oh, man. Okay, so we got like a create a character screen here. You can see it all going by very quick. Lots of color choices. We've got build mode, the lot creator, which I'm obviously very excited for. Just excited to see what they've done. And we've got, okay, they're placing a lot. It looks like as well, you can just add new lots into the world. Gone are the 5 neighborhood restrictions. Driving the car, conversation creator, event creator, item creator, shop creator, object creator, mod creator, career creator, quest creator, script creator, gameplay creator, recipe creator, skill creator, trait creator, crafting creator, collectible, outfit, household, story, life creator. Holy moly. So just in that last little section, there's a lot of customization in this, like a lot. And I mean, we saw little snippets of it in there as well. Okay, first of all, now we know this is an open world. Check out over this whole area. There's like vineyards and stuff. There's little towns down over there. It's kind of hard to see in this trailer, but yeah, so this is open world. And we'll learn more in their presentation, but every single one of these buildings we can go in, they said there's no rabbit holes. So all of these we can explore and go into, build our own, add more. Laundry! Laundry confirmed. Yeah, there's so much stuff. Let's, I feel like there's also some cheeky, like, maybe references in here. I mean, there's like gnomes down here. I mean, so yeah, like I said, I don't want to spend too long breaking down what we're seeing in the trailer because they give us more information, in the presentation, but a few of the scenes, there's some interesting stuff to look at, like in the background there. Yeah, so all these buildings, even though they kind of look like you can't see through the windows, I'm going to go ahead and assume that's some sort of optimization so you can have an open world. You can go into all of those lots, which is really cool. Robbed Johnson is proposing. And down here, well, it's interesting. The date and time is like actual day of the week and like month of the year. Sunday, June 1st. A different time scale. We've got the needs down the bottom too. Yeah, then we've got like skateboarding around town, which is kind of cool. Not seen that before in a life sim. Real conversation. So I'm kind of interested by this. So it looks like, it doesn't seem like there's going to be like voice acting. I mean, they might have like emotes, like they'll probably have like some sort of sounds, but it seems like there's just going to be like text as the way that conversations work. And this is cool. I mean, going shopping in the game. I know that sounds ridiculous that this is cool, but like this is one thing in a life sim that I've always loved the idea of is being able to go into the actual places and do the actual things that your sims are doing. And now, obviously, every comparison in the world is going to be drawn to The Sims because that is the life sim. So, for example, in The Sims, you know, when we go shopping, at least in The Sims 3, the open world version of that game, you kind of just disappeared into a venue. Whereas here, you can actually go explore it all, which I think is exciting. I mean, I don't know how much you're actually going to do in here, but the fact that you can go in here and you can build your own shops, I think that's very cool. And also, advance through jobs and careers, and then they show like this workspace. So it seems like we're going to have open work venues too, which is pretty cool. Now there are kids in this game because I'm pretty sure we've seen a child somewhere, right? But they did not mention anything about school. So I'm going to go ahead and assume that we don't, like they might just disappear to school maybe? I don't know. Yeah, I've got a little glimpse of build mode, really not much there. But let's go ahead and jump over to the rest of the presentation.
When we started making Life by You, open world was at the center of our game design. And that's because Life doesn't have any loading screens, and we didn't want any loading screens either. So
that is so cool. I mean, the last time we saw open world in Life Sim, yeah, was Sims 3. And that is one of the core things in this game is Life doesn't have any loading screens. I kind of feel like there's a lot of little dunks, you know? Just saying. But yeah, that's so cool. So let's just go back and watch that little clip again. So you can see we're over here in the house, and then they can just zip on over to the other lot where the other character is by clicking on them here. And we're already over there. Like, that is so cool. And that's actually, what are we at? The Sweet Salon. Okay, a little hairdresser kind of place. Oh, and this is where they work. So it's like arranging the work display, restocking it. That's cool. Dude, this is, I mean, I feel like there's so much potential in this thing. Yeah, so there's no loading screens at all anywhere in this world. Like here as well, now we're over at the cafe. This guy's doing something else over here, which also cafe is pretty cool. Holy moly, did you see that one? Okay, I want to watch the panning here. So when they swap over to the other sim that's down by the beach, look at this. Oh, it didn't seem like there was any lag, so that looks good. So this is another cool little feature they mentioned. So obviously you have your characters that you make and you play, but the other thing you can do is just select another person in the world, like here, and just decide you want to control them and tell them what to do. So you don't have to do the thing where I guess you go into the menus and be like, make this one of my families. You can just go around easily. There's not, I guess what they're saying is like they're trying to remove barriers to creativity. So if you're like, oh, I like that character over there, let's go figure out what they're doing and change, you know, let's play with them and see what happens, you know.
Finally, there's not much point in having an open world unless you can really enjoy it and explore it. And so we've got a whole bunch of transportation options. I love cars, I love skateboards. We've got those
cars,
in the game.
skateboards, bikes, walking,
motorbikes, you can jog,
motorbikes,
bicycle.
Cars confirmed. Need we say more? We've already got cars, we've got the open world, we've got the color wheel. Just saying.
You can click to move, so you can click anywhere you like in the world, and then your agent will drive there or walk there or jog there, or you can activate direct control mode. You can personally drive by pushing forward either on the arrow key or if you want to...
That is going to be absolute chaos in the best possible way. So what Rod is saying is basically you can play, you know, how we're familiar, but saying like click, go here, go do that, whatever. Or you can be like, okay, I want to control this sim directly. So you can use a controller or, you know, the keyboard and like directly control them like you would a character in any other video game, which is kind of fun. And I mean, you're saying you can drive around. Oh, what are the limitations on that? That just sounds like it's ready for some mayhem. Okay, so they've got all these modding tools. You can drive, you can do all this stuff in the world. You can also make custom like quests and stuff. Does that mean we could like make a racetrack and like make a race? Like you have to do street racing or something? I don't know how flexible it is, but that would be funny. Yeah, so there's no restrictions in where we can go in the world by the sounds of it. And you can see here, they're just using a little moped and exploring around the place. That's cool. So around the world as well, there's a bunch of collectibles and spawnables, I guess, yeah, similar to The Sims where you go around, find stuff. There's things to do in the open. So it's not just an open world with nothing in it. There's stuff to go around and get and find. And I guess likewise with all the different venues that they already have, there's a bunch of stuff to do there too.
All of the game systems use open world. None of it uses rabbit holes. It's all running all the time.
None of it
and
uses rabbit holes. None of it. I mean, that's like a big thing to say. So literally everything you're going to be doing, I guess you're going to see, but then surely that means there's got to be some sort of school or something. Otherwise they're just going to disappear, which I guess technically not a rabbit hole. I don't know. I guess we'll wait and see. I love just getting these little glimpses of the world and all the lots and stuff. And we can see a bunch of the stuff going on here, but they're also here talking about time. So not only is it an open world, Rod is also saying it's open in time. Like you can skip forward 10 years in the game if you want to, if you just want to see what everything's like in 10 years. So I guess you just skip forward that story and rejoin it later on, which is a really interesting feature, to be honest. So that means you could like set up scenarios potentially, like set up couples and families or whatever, set up these little seeds. And then if you skip forward 10 years, you could actually see how that affects stuff that's, you know, what's going on. That's actually, I feel like I'm gonna make myself more excited for this.
Speaking of creating, we have a lot of builders who are watching right now, and I think you'll be
Me?
excited to see
Hi.
our next segment.
Hi.
We have our
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna pause here because this is something they show a lot of, not specifically this, but this kind of screen. So a lot of their modding capabilities are actually built into the game, which is really cool. So it means this is how you're gonna make custom, in this case, lots. You can see you can change the lot size and everything, what kind of lot it is, if it's public, if it's a workplace, all that kind of stuff is going to go on in here. And this is similar, like you can make custom objects as well in here. We'll see more of that later. But this is really exciting. So you can just kind of do what you want in here. It seems like it's pretty open. I am curious to know what the biggest lot size is though. How big can we go? Ooh, so yeah, if we watch this here, 24, and look at the lot size, they're going to change it right now. 35 just made it wider immediately. That's cool. Very, very cool. Oh, and then we've jumped into the edit mode. And it looks like, so this is like the lot editing tool, but it looks like you can also enter this sort of editing mode if you're already in the game too. This is kind of like a separate kind of thing where I guess you can pre-make the lots maybe. So you can move all the lots around in the game. You can place new ones in sort of wherever you want. Like at the moment, it doesn't even look like it's stopping them, place it anywhere. This is actually also really quite exciting because it's placing it on this hillside, which is more impressive than it seems because, yeah, you could do hillside lots in like Sims 3, for example, but you can't just put a flat lot onto a hilly lot really easily. And this is just sort of working seamlessly. There's not really any trouble. Oh, this is like definitely sort of next gen stuff going on here. So we can see them sort of just moving stuff around. And they're also mentioning like if your sim works at a specific place, and it's too far away, you can literally pick up their office and move it next to the house if you want to, so they don't have to commute as far, which I think is pretty funny. So here's where we can see more about how, like, I guess all the dialogue and conversations work. They're describing it as all real conversations, real dialogue, so you can see the options here. So anyone you talk to, you'll have all these trees, and they're apparently very extensive, very deep. And of course, you can make your own dialogue trees and all that kind of stuff. And obviously you'd be able to download other people's creations too. So then you get this almost like RPG element combined in with this, which is really cool. And I think combining this with quests and the ability to make quests, obviously you don't even have to play any of that stuff if you don't want to, but if they're adding in custom quests and storylines, you could basically create Strangerville just in this game, Like that, I think that's the level of like customization this is going for, which I'm really excited to see how it goes, to be honest. Oh, a pile of trash, look at this. Yeah, and a person on a bike.
There are countless choices and thousands of unique lines of written dialogue. So you really get to choose.
So a lot of dialogue. That's a lot. So here we can see the dialogue creator, like the lot editor. This is where you can make your own conversations from scratch, like completely. And they said this is the same tool that they've used to make the game as well. So pretty much whatever they've made, we're also able to make and sort of dive into that. Which, look, to be honest, all these really in-depth modding tools I think are amazing and I'm so excited for it, but I'm probably never going to use them. I'm excited for the people that are going to use these and turn these into amazing add-ons and custom content for the game, because this is just going to completely open the floodgates for creativity. And it's a good idea. It's a really good idea.
And then you can share them with your friends.
Yeah.
Because we're the most moddable live sim.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, we're the most moddable. Dang. Spilling that. Look at that face. Look at that cheeky face. He knows what he's doing. He knows what he's doing. Oh, dang, dude. So again, another one of the built-in tools, creating custom objects. This is in the game, and you can change all the sort of tags, what the item does. Like you could just change this bin to be a fridge, for example, and just click save, and then you can put it in your game and use it. And I think what's really funny though, the example they use, they turn a bush into a toilet. And look, they know what they're doing. That's in The Sims. That's on purpose, right? But yeah, so there you go. So they've made this custom toilet, and then they can go in and use it. And that's all within the game. Like that easily that you can do that. It's cool. It is really cool.
We'll be showing off more creator tools in the coming months, including a model editor that will allow you to change the look and feel of some of
they're also including a model editor too. Like you don't even need an external piece of software. I mean, obviously I'm sure it would help probably having external software and doing it all that, the old-fashioned way, but having the built-in version where you could just probably make easy, simple edits, so cool.
every 3D object that you see, you can entirely modify.
Yep.
You can use our visual scripting language, and you can add your own gameplay. In fact, we are shipping with the game all of the tools built into the game that we use on the dev team.
I mean, any object you can modify, add like custom scripting to it, do all that stuff just in the game from the start. I mean, that's cool. Very well done. And I think this is the kind of thing that's going to set it apart from The Sims. Like, obviously, I'm still going to play The Sims and still going to love The Sims. And this game looks completely different from The Sims. I mean, some people might not like how this game physically looks. But the fact that it has these modding tools and this like really accessible way of making new content completely different from what the game is even intended to be, I think that's a really big differentiator for sure.
Quest editor, we've got the skill editor.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, let's just chill. Rod is way too excited. He's like, I finally get to talk about this. Okay, this is the last thing I'll talk about. It's available for pre-order now on Epic Game Store. Look, I wouldn't recommend pre-ordering any game just because you never know what's going to happen. They have like this pre-order exclusive. I mean, look, if you want to pre-order it, do it, but I would probably recommend just waiting because September 12th is a long way away. There's no point rushing and paying money now for something that I mean, it all looks and sounds good, but let's maybe not pre-order this second. But September 12th, that is really cool. That's this year. I mean, when they announced this, I did not expect it to be this year. And that's only currently, like 6 months away. Be interesting to see if it's on track and actually comes out then. Another reason why you shouldn't pre-order, because it may get delayed and then, you won't have it. But that's cool. I mean, we're definitely going to be checking it out here on the channel. We're going to be following more of it here too. The rest of this presentation, they kind of just talk about the early access stuff. But, I mean, that's life by you. That's my reaction and initial impressions. I mean, to be honest, everything I said, I think sounded very positive. And it is. I mean, I've not seen anything yet that I'm like, ooh, I don't know about that. Obviously, like I said, I wouldn't recommend pre-ordering yet just because we have no idea about, all the intricate details. The big overview and of everything sounds really good. I mean, I'm super excited. I can't wait to see more of this. So far, I'm very excited. And I think it's kind of funny. There's definite specific little dunks, I think, on The Sims with cars and the pee-pee bush and the most moddable life sim ever. And also life doesn't have loading screens. I mean, few classic quotes from this presentation. But this is also really good because this is gonna create some competition with this and The Sims, obviously. And that means any competition is good competition because you get new ideas. Like this game is a new idea for life sims. There's a whole bunch of new things in here that we've not seen before. And that's what Sims needs. We need some good, healthy competition between Life by You, The Sims, and Power Lives. If we've got these 3 games sort of working on their own things, doing their own ideas, we're gonna have a really healthy set of games competing with each other. And I think that, to me, is the most exciting. Whether or not this game is a massive success, or if it's, it's fun and enjoyable, but it's not the same as The Sims or whatever, that doesn't matter because the ideas that this presents and challenges it creates for the competitors is really exciting for everyone. For this game, for The Sims, for Power Lives, for you, and for me. This is a really good thing. And on that note, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. Let me know what you think in the comments down below if you're excited to see more about this. But like I said, thanks so much for watching. I'll see you next time and have an awesome day.